from the visiting St. Mary's High School Knights, led by head coach David Lopez and assistant coach Simon Fitz. Introducing senior number 1, Styles Fitz. Senior number 3, Kenny White. Freshman number 11, Colby Barnes. Sophomore number 15, Cameron Williams. And junior number 20, AJ Mundumba. And now, introducing your Marcos de Niza Padres. Introducing senior number 0, Jameer Walker. Senior number 1, DJ Drew. Junior number 2, Myrie Drew. Junior number 4, James Stewart. And junior number 23, Shimon Garcia. Coach Stark is assisted by Cameron Levy, Mark Ellsworth, and Dennis Tolliver.
St. Mary's Knights basketball right here on We Are S and Hoops YouTube Live. Second game of a back-to-back in region play for St. Mary's here at Marcos de Niza High School. Chris Ferendorf and Alex Coyle get you set for play here as the Knights win the tip in their away green uniforms. Chris, last night a key victory over Mesquite High School, one of the top 15 programs in the Open Division rankings, as Cameron Williams gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws, but now another region game and first region game on the road.
Yeah, like you mentioned, a tough 10-point victory against a scrappy Mesquite team that had to climb back a couple of times after having a first quarter lead. You know, got it all the way down to 3 points in that third quarter, but we're just not able to fully complete the comeback against the Knights.
St. Mary's playing hot basketball ever since their winter break tournaments. As Williams misses both of the free throws there. And Padres with the basketball for the first time as Jamal Garcia has it now to the right wing to Walker. Walker, the senior, 5'11", can't hit, but another attempt at the offensive rebounding. The offensive rebounding last night for Mesquite was one of the big things in that first half for the reason why they were ahead after the first quarter.
Yeah, Deshaun Middlebrook, the sophomore, recorded a double-double against the Knights, and he was really key in securing offensive rebounds to extend the possessions for the Wildcats.
Jameer Walker, followed by Colby Barnes, the freshman who gets the start tonight. Styles will push it up the floor the other way. Neither team has scored. Styles can't hit on that one either. A very similar start to this game from what we saw last night. Both teams struggling from the field on their first few possessions.
And even though St. Mary's has gotten rolling in the victory column, they definitely have not had the hottest of starts from the first quarter in their last few games.
DJ Drew, he kicks it back out to Jamal Garcia. He's a 5'10" junior. Back to Drew, back to Garcia, guarded by Kenny White. 11 seconds on that shot clock. Walker will take the shot and hit. And the Padres lead for the first time, 2-0. Now Williams drives baseline, kicks it back out. Kenny White, he's open for 3. High arcing shot, no good. Put back, and a good follow from Styles Phipps to even up the score. Knights into that full court pressure. That's one of those things that started their comeback run in the first half last night. They generate a steal on it. AJ Mundumba, before he slams it home, will get a foul called as Kenny White was hacked by Jameer Walker.
And this zone press is really key against these region opponents that are not used to the length or athleticism of teams like St. Mary's. Playing all those out-of-state teams to begin the year is really prepared St. Mary's for teams like this, teams in their region, and that's why Coach Lopez schedules a tough first half of the season every year.
Styles, good dish, and he finds Cam Williams with the flush. Selfless play there from Styles, and the Knights grab their first lead. Back into that pressure. Kenny White going to get called for a foul. Knights a bit short-handed today. Now 3 guys out with injury, 3 guys as well out due to transfer rules. They should be eligible come next week.
And not just 3 guys that have been injured. They're not just anyone. All 3 of them have actually started games for St. Mary's this
started
year.
Multiple games. Indeed, as DJ Drew's going to hit a 3. He's a 5'10 senior. Knights trail by 1 here early. Baseline jumper from Styles, slightly fading away, gets his own miss, kicks it back out to White for 3. It's too long, and Barnes will get the rebound. He had some big minutes in that game last night, had a good stretch offensively and defensively, and now Cam Williams with the mid-range. Padres trying to get it across, a lollipop pass. They find Stewart in the post, he can't hit. Knights with the lead, trying to get it even further. Williams again trying to go on a 6-0 run on his own, and he does. Little putback that time. He's got 6, and the Knights lead by 3.
In region play, he should dominate in the low post.
As off a steal, Kenny White gets on the score sheet with a lay-in. It's already their 3rd turnover generated from this full court pressure in the first 3 minutes. Walker picked up by Kenny White. They get it across half court. Garcia, 5'10 junior. Into the post, it's Garcia. Can't hit, they quickly push. Kenny White got a chance and lobs to Kenny, or I should say to Styles. Probably should have just taken it himself. Styles gonna shoot a 3, it's short. And a rebound grab by DJ Drew, a foul head the other way.
I know you get excited in some of these region games with those fast breaks, but in a 5-point game with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left, maybe you put it away before trying the
highlight reel play.
Highlight reel, yeah.
Now, do you have to give St. Mary's credit? The offense has scored more points in these first 4 minutes than they did in the first quarter last night.
Crazy. Has to be St. Mary's lowest scoring quarter probably since we've been broadcasting their games. Under 10.
Yeah, they struggled there, but again, it was getting into that pressure that really unlocked things. They've done that from the get-go here so far. With the Knights, though, in terms of postseason aspirations, you look at the rankings that come out in terms of the Open Division. Want to host one of those Open Division first-round games, you got to simply take care of business. The Knights in good position. They were at number 11 coming into play yesterday. Walker. Marcos de Niza with the basketball here. They've led a couple of times in this game. Walker can't hit there. Williams will grab the rebound. AJ Mundumba. This is the lay-in, but a good tap in that time from Cam Williams. He's got a quick 8. And 8 straight from St. Mary's as well. And the travel. Knights have forced a ton of turnovers, and head coach David Stark, he's got his hands on his head after that latest one.
His full court press is just proven to be too much for this Padres team so far throughout this first quarter.
Dumba straight away. Nice back pick, or back cut that time. Williams can't hit that time though. Another grab, and they're going to call a foul here as Mundumba grabs the rebound. Should go against Marcos de Niza. They're going to get Stewart with the foul. That's a 3rd on the Padres.
Marcos de Niza team coming in 7-9 overall, 4-5 in the AIA counted games.
Styles Phipps catches it on the inbound. He's working on DJ Drew on that post. Spins around, fires that one short, taps around his miss, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Padres ball. Seems like almost every time he gets on that post, it's a similar move, mostly fading away from the basket.
He had success yesterday pulling off a more patient up and under move at least once.
I think sometimes just go through some of the contact, you'll get some more foul calls. A guy that is already tremendous at drawing fouls. Tried to have a substitution, but official handed the basketball to get it in before. And the Knights get another turnover. Kenny White. Left hand miss. And tipped out of bounds. Well, Chris, it's one of those games where the PA announcer is doing some play-by-play for the whole crowd.
Yeah. One of the louder mics we've probably experienced this season.
I will say, though, it is a pretty nice gym.
I always like the double-decker style gyms.
Barnes. And that pass is out of bounds. Barnes wanted it tipped, but looks like it will stay here, actually.
And freshman for freshman, Noah Undua, the other guard, who's going to sub in for Colby Barnes. Those two have brought some big minutes to the St. Mary's team.
Styles catches in the corner, tries a three, continues to struggle from the field to start this game. Padres will get that, but his defense will not lapse. Tips that one out of bounds. That's part of what makes him so good. Even if he's struggling at one end of the floor, he's got the defensive prowess to start things like that. Lay it in with the left hand and get on the score sheet. Knights lead by 9.
And once he gets it going from the press, it really just helps the entire St. Mary's team.
Oh, they're going to call a goaltend there. Great block, it looked like, from Cameron Williams, but it'll be 2 the other way. Padres getting their first points in quite some time. They led once in this game 5-4. Ondua is going to drive into the lane. His first shot is no good. Rebound is grabbed by Stewart.
Stewart comes into this game averaging a double-double according to their Max Prep stats. 17.8 points per game and 11.9 rebounds.
Well, he definitely looks the part, that's for sure. Looks like a pretty strong, athletic guy. As Walker gets that lay-in to go, and it's all of a sudden a 5-point game. Styles gets the dish to Williams, who puts it in. He's got 10 already, Chris. The Knights lead back to 7.
And all of his points have seemed extremely easy.
And across, they set up that trap. It's Walker there. He splits a couple of guys, and Kenny get hit in the nose, it looked like, and they're going to call him for the foul.
Ashton Mooser, the third freshman on this varsity team, subbing in for AJ Mwandumba. He had a couple of nice post-up moves versus Flagstaff. Did not check in yesterday versus Mesquite.
Colby Barnes back in as well. Comes in for White, who picked up his 3rd foul. Drew on the block, and our second consecutive game with a wedgie, Chris.
It's tough to do.
Yeah, Kenny White looked like he took one up top and might be bleeding on the lip, so he's going to go get checked out by the training staff. Ondua to Styles on the left wing. A couple of screens set. A 3rd set by Muser. Back out, look for Barnes. Long 3, but he hits anyway. Give him some confidence from beyond the arc. That's a nice element off the bench. Actually starting today, but when the team's fully healthy come playoff time, a couple of big shots from him would be nice.
Yeah, and he's a pretty confident player as well. He'll take it and put it on the ground and shoot it from 3 as well.
Now he runs the fast break here on the outlet and gets fouled. He'll head to the line for 2 more. Knights lead back to 10. Under a minute here in the first quarter.
Not often do you see 3 freshman lineups in varsity basketball ever.
Especially one with this kind of talent, too.
Exactly. I mean, these are probably 3 of the top freshmen in the state. And this St. Mary's team is so deep that they started this season all on the bench. Just shows the depth that St. Mary's has accumulated this season. That's without the transfers.
Yeah, Barnes hits the first. Yeah, it's been pretty reliable at the free throw line down the stretch the last couple games. Hits them both there. It's up to 21 first quarter points here. Still about 50 seconds left. They set up that trap. Almost get another one of those turnovers, but now Muser going to get called for the foul. Looked all ball up top. Must have been somebody. And Stewart going to go to the line for some free throws. That's going to be an interesting matchup to watch defensively for St. Mary's.
Definitely, and Stewart has not really been able to get it going from the floor so far in the first quarter, but a big reason as to why that is because St. Mary's has done such a tremendous job with their full court press that Marcos de Niza just hasn't been able to set up their offense where they would like to post up James Stewart in the paint.
He's 1 of 2 from the line. It's up by 11, looking for more. Shot clock still turned on. Styles ripping through on the post, gets hacked and tries to go through contact. Can't hit. 2 free throws. Fifth foul on the Padres. And reset in the next 32 seconds, though. Lorik Washington checks in for the second time. A 6'3" sophomore. Really only a 6-man rotation so far. Or Marcos de Niza. Styles hits them both. Lead is up to 13. Shot clock turned off for Marcos de Niza here. Here's Washington. He'll drive into the lane. Out of control. That's tipped out of bounds. It stays here.
Not sure how that's possible. But either way, the Knights are going to have to defend for another 21 seconds if Marcos de Niza chooses to hold for the last shot.
21.1 to be exact. Now it's Clark. He's out of control as well. 15 seconds for the Knights as they head the other way. Ondua, dribble drive into the lane. Williams, he can't hit that one, and now 7 seconds to go the other way. Garcia trying to get it across, picked off by Styles, puts it up for 3, won't count, what didn't go anyway. Well, Chris, the Knights lead 23-10. The offense was there, the defense picking up the pressure. Pretty good start.
Yeah, you like 23 points. You're not necessarily sure if you love the first 4 minutes, but this is the St. Mary's team that can really put it on whenever they want offensively. 23 points is obviously a good pace for a varsity game. This could be one as well where St. Mary's able to get some other players off the bench, off the end of the bench, the 2 twins, potentially some action as well. But just wanted to note, though, Alex, really quick, that win over Mesquite last night was so big, it actually jumped St. Mary's all the way up to number 6.
Wow.
In the open
5
division.
spots there.
Yeah.
And that's not just hosting one tournament game. That turns into hosting 2, of course, if you win the first.
So 5 schools ahead of St. Mary's, Desert Mountain, who St. Mary's lost to by 1. And at one point in the game, St. Mary's led by 20 points over.
Yep.
Number 2, Perry, who St. Mary's lost to by 13. Number 3, Notre Dame, who St. Mary's lost to by 5. If you're starting to see why the power points are stacking up. And then Sunny Slope and Basha come after. That's why you schedule a set of games like that, though. Even if you lose, those power points really stack up and they matter at the end of the season.
Jamal Garcia picks up his dribble, finds DJ Drew. He hit a 3 earlier in this game. Into the post. Good defense there by the Knights to kick it back out. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Garcia got a hoist a 3, no good. And the Knights will head the other way. Same lineup that finished that first quarter here. Williams, one dribble step up and saved by Stiles on Dua. It's off the glass, no good. Gets his own miss. Has it wrestled away by Drew. Trying to bring it up the floor. Stewart on the post, bumped off by Muser. That's tipped out. That'll go to Drew. One dribble pull up on the left elbow and hits. He's been the one guy that has shown the ability to shoot for mid-range and further back, as that's a slam by Cam Williams. The athleticism from him. He's leading all scorers with 12.
Makes it look easy. You know, the athleticism kind of sneaks up on you.
One dribble, a lot of steps, a three. Oh, not even close, my redrill. Stiles, he'll pull up from three. That one's short, and it goes out of bounds. Walker just dribbling around guys here in the front court. Wide open DJ Drew. That's a lapse in coverage there on the pressure.
That's what you risk when you're in a full court zone like that. Usually the best teams are able to find seams like that last pass.
Barnes, he's hit one, tries another, it's long. Rebound will go out of bounds in that corner. It's interesting that the last couple of times the Padres have let it go out of bounds to allow St. Mary's to set up and get fully set in that pressure.
Yeah, you'd think they'd want to secure that rebound and push pretty quickly so they could set up an offense.
Now it's Walker, finds Drew. DJ Drew, guarded by Stiles, gets his screen. Now he's into the lane, gets that one swatted away by Williams. He'll push up the floor, gets his pass intercepted by Walker, finds Myrie Drew. Back to DJ Drew in the corner for three and hits. That's a big swing right there. It's an 8-point game. It was once 13. Stiles, left elbow. He's got an angle if he wants to take it to the rim with his left hand. Now he's in the lane. Tries the mid-range pull-up. Not even close. Asks the official for the foul. Won't get the call.
This is a St. Mary's team that has gone through kind of a couple of lapses in region play early on in terms of building that lead and then letting teams like Marcos de Niza climb all the way back into it for who knows what reason.
Jamir Walker, now it's an 8-0 run. Stiles takes it to the rack and gets fouled. He'll head to the free throw line.
Well, that's something Coach Lopez talked with us about yesterday after the game, is effort. He wants to see his team go four full quarters of playing their hardest in physical type basketball. You've been able to see, as I'm sure Alex and I have been in person, the defensive and offensive lapses that sometimes tend to happen for the St. Mary's team.
It comes from focus, comes from effort, right? You get out to these big leads, and St. Mary's teams in recent memory would just simply put away people and demoralize their opponents within the confines of the games, of course, no running up the score or anything like that, but just being able to compete. And that may have turned Stiles Phipps up a notch here. He's got a quick run himself. It's back up to 10. Now into the game for the first time is a guy that is not even on the roster. I'm going to go with Damian Baker there, Chris. He doesn't have a name listed here, but he's number 10. And in the corner, hits a three. We can't tell you that that's Walker.
Yeah, not sure who that is, but I can confirm he did play in the JV game. Looks kind of rattled out there, but nice pass finds an open Marcos de Niza player.
Now Barnes brings it up the floor. Lead back to 13. Knights have their own quick run in the corner. Again, another three-hit time, this time by Noah Ondua. Lead out to 16, the Knights' largest, and that's how quickly they can turn it on people.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast these games can swing. Saw it in yesterday's game when John Ferendorf, who's not eligible, or he's injured for tonight's game, but you know, he hit a three and then a quick pull-up pump fake two that extended that St. Mary's lead that Stiles Phipps had already added on at that point in time. You know, similar to how Noah Ondua hits back-to-back threes to extend off of Styles Phipps 4 points, I believe.
And this is another one of those points in the game where you stretch it back out to a 16-point lead, and if you sustain the pressure, effort, and intensity that you showed for that 30-second period to get it to this lead, and really just put this game away.
Yeah, it's definitely possible to go into halftime up 20-some points. You know, St. Mary's can really pour it on offensively. It's just when they want to play how they should. And, you know, they showed in that minute 30 stretch right there how quickly they can put up points and force turnovers.
Out of the timeout called by Marcos de Niza head coach David Stark. Knights back into that full court press. Tumba back in the game as well to point that pressure. Stewart back out to DJ Drew. Couple of threes for him. Finds Walker. He's been good from the mid-range, but Stewart gets the miss and puts it in. Styles up the floor. Struggled a bit tonight. Starting to turn it on. Goes up and under. That one misses. And rebound. Stewart grabs it but throws it right to Barnes. Barnes finds Williams. Back to the corner. Styles thought about a three. Didn't pull. Had plenty of room. Now drives and puts it off the backboard and in. Good strong finish there.
And that's one of those patient moves that we've liked early on this season for Styles.
Knights get beaten long. A couple of blocks. Last one by Mundumba. 3-on-2 if the Knights hurry. Leave it off for Williams in the lane. Misses with the right hand. Tap no good. Gets that miss as well. Puts it up and finishes. That's a confident big man that is not going to be denied.
The long ball's really working for Marcos de Niza.
And a foul going to be called on Williams here. Walker will go to the line.
It's 2 consecutive plays that the Padres were able to throw it deep over the St. Mary's defense. You know, luckily on that last possession, A.J. Mwandumba came through with the block, but the Knights not so lucky that time as Cameron Williams called for his first foul.
First foul of the quarter on St. Mary's as well. Rattles home the first free throw. Kenny White checks in for the first time this quarter. Comes in for Colby Barnes. You see Kenny back in, kind of got hit either on the lip or the nose. Picked up his second foul on that play, but checks in for the first time since. Walker hits a ball. Styles off the screen from Williams, gets another. Now dribble moves in that lane. Finishes with that left hand, and he's got about 10 straight for St. Mary's here. Of course, had that Williams bucket in the middle, but what you come to expect from Styles once he can get locked in, and a lot of times it starts from drives, is on Dua. Clear path to the lane, finishes left side. Knights lead by 20.
That's 8 points off the bench for freshman Ondua.
And Williams takes a charge. Perfect positioning, steps in and just simply takes it. That'll get the Knights bench involved as well.
Yeah, don't normally see a 6'9" big attempt to take a charge, especially one with a wingspan of Cam Williams. Usually expect him to challenge a play like that, but a good setup forces the Padres into committing another turnover.
20 points in this quarter for St. Mary's. 43-23 the score. Williams will set a screen for Styles. Delay on the roll. Wide open lane now for Williams, and he blew the layup. Stewart will grab the rebound and slowly bring it up the floor. Just over 2 minutes to play here in this first half. DJ Drew back out to Walker. Guarded by Styles. Turns around, pops, and a good shot. Some good footwork and body control to find the, able to be square to the basket and hit that shot. Styles quickly the other way. Too fancy with that pass. Finds Kenny White though. He'll reset with Williams straight away. Dribbles in, a long 2, it's too long. Kenny tips that out. Goes out of bounds.
Mooser back into the ball game for Cam Williams. Minute 46 left to go. St. Mary's might ride with this lineup for the remainder of the first half.
Knights lead by 18. DJ Drew almost has it picked off by Stiles. He'll shoot the mid-range jumper. And Stewart gets the miss, puts it back, fighting for the rebound with Muser that time. Now Kenny crosses a man, floater high off the glass. That has to be a goaltend. These refs are falling asleep. That goes out of bounds, and they say that's going to be Padres' ball.
Oh, what's going on here?
They called a goaltend on the other side, and all three of them looking at each other like, did you see it? Did you see it?
Seemed about as
None of
clear
them
as day from up here.
just weren't watching the play. DJ Drew really slowly gets it across. That's Garcia. Back over to Walker. Walker on Dua. Back out Garcia. Kenny White on him. 19 seconds to shoot. Drew a three and he hits. That guy can really put it through from long range.
Yeah, he's been really impressive shooting the ball so far in this game.
Down to a 13-point game all of a sudden. Stiles thinks about shooting a three. He can't hit. Still looking for his first from beyond the arc. Kenny White puts it through from the left elbow. Stiles got hit in the eye, looks like. He's kind of feeling that right eye. 35 seconds to go in this half. Got the trap set, back up to Garcia. Got to get it across. They got it with 1 second to spare. Now Walker, he thinks three. That's back iron, no. Fight for the rebound. And stepped out of bounds was DJ Drew.
21 seconds left for the Knights. Plenty of time to hold the ball for the last shot, and Stiles Phipps has been so good over the past couple of years at these last second buzzer beater type shots, especially going into the half.
10 seconds to go. Stiles, he's guarded by DJ Drew. He'll drive in, 5 seconds to shoot, tries to find a pass outlet. Undoing with 1 second, he puts up a three and can't get it to go. I'd say led by as many as 20 in that half, going to the halftime locker room up 45-30.
Yeah, 15-point lead for the Knights, but it's again one of those games where you just think, man, they could be up a lot more than 15 points. I'm sure that's what Coach Lopez is thinking as well. You know, this St. Mary's team has been able to go on runs and extend leads, but then it's almost like they play with the same frenetic type of pace instead of maybe slowing the ball down, running their sets and looking for maybe a better shot than just a dribble down the court, throw up a jump shot, whoever's bringing the ball up.
I also get the sense that they're playing a little too comfortable with the lead at points as well. We'll take a break, back in 10 minutes. Knights lead by 15. Knights lead by 15 out of the halftime locker room here. They'll start with the basketball and have their starters on the floor. Kenny White, Styles Phipps, AJ Wandumba, and Cam Williams and Colby Barnes out there. Same starters for Marcos de Niza as well. Knights have led by as many as 20 in this game. Their first road game of region play, second of a back-to-back. Williams can't catch that pass from White, but it's back out to Styles for three. He splashes it home.
St. Mary's really has become efficient at running those sets directly out of halftime.
Styles off the steal, tries to go up and under, can't finish there. Now Drew, he's open for three. He's hit a couple, can't hit. Wandumba. Knights are pushing again. AJ, he can fly and he can splash it home with the slam.
That's something we've been looking for all season.
He was just shot out of a cannon across that half-court line and caught the good feed. One of the best athletes on the floor, that's for sure. Tips that rebound out, though, to Drew. Free throw line jumper, and he hits again. Knights had it back to 20 for a moment. Slide jumper is good from Cam Williams.
His release point is just so high up on that shot. It's essentially impossible to block or even deflect.
Stewart, travel, another turnover for the Padres. Kenny White wasn't ready for the pass from Styles, and it hits off his heel and out of bounds. Coach Lopez did not like seeing that. He was not laughing. Drew, he's picked up by Barnes. He picks up his dribble. Finds Jamal Garcia. Garcia gets it to Stewart, guarded by Williams. A little post move, left hand finish, no good. Now Styles will catch the outlet and push it up the floor. Knights lead by 20 again. Looking for 23 off this three, no good. Irie Drew. Garcia. Walker, he's open for three. He can hit and dunk. Gotta give the Padres credit. They've hit their outside shots tonight.
Yeah, when they're open, they've gone in, especially from Walker and Drew.
Styles into the lane. Baseline jumper, Williams. Mentioned how that shot's so tough to block. Stewart almost did get that one. Good effort from Kenny White to keep this play alive, and Williams is it in again with the left hand.
Already through three quarters, this is probably Cameron Williams' highest point-scoring game.
Yeah.
Here we go. Maybe another
Clear
one.
the runway. Wandumba getting in on the action.
I mean, he just gets so high up there. Makes it look so easy on those dunks.
He like hangs in the air too when he jumps. Rates the steal. Now Cam Williams finds Kenny. Back to Styles. Barnes into the lane as it tipped out of his hand and into the hands of Stewart.
Just a little bit more decisiveness from St. Mary's team as a whole. Probably could have benefited that possession.
Too selfless on the passing there. Officials in bad positioning. Do not see that it tipped out of bounds off of DJ Drew, and they'll keep the basketball. They call timeout as well with 4:50 to go in this third. Knights with their largest lead of 21.
Good start to the third quarter. It's always nice when Styles Phipps can get it going from outside specifically. You know, when the threes are falling for him and Kenny White, that's probably when the St. Mary's team is at their best. And then, you know, when Cam Williams is hitting those jump shots like he has all season, it's just an offense that is tough to stop.
Yep. We got so many ways that they can beat you. They're just hard to guard.
And at some point, you know, we mentioned this of the St. Mary's teams of old, to continue to push the score in region games like this, you know, it's not only good for the team to win big, it's also better for the bench. And Jonathan and Joseph Lavario, two twins that are both juniors, they haven't really gotten much varsity action this year because so many of St. Mary's games have been close.
TJ Drew into Stewart, banging on the post and slammed it home. Haven't seen that move. The rim's still shaking on that left-hand side. Knights go the other way. Kenny, pump fake, drives, high off the glass, follow from Williams and gets that one to fall.
Not sure how that one went through the hoop.
Pick up in that pressure.
You can tell these St. Mary's players want to steal.
That's a double dribble and a half.
When you get it past half court, you still have to be able to set up that offense, and with St. Mary's players flying at you from all angles, it's a tough thing to do.
Styles for three, splash. He's hit both three-point attempts in this half, and neither of them had hit in the iron. 24-point lead for the Knights. Garcia off the dribble handoff from Drew. Trying to find an angle to get into Stewart. There it is, banging on the post. That's a good move. Part of the reason why he's one of the best players on this team. Averages that close to that double-double that you mentioned earlier. Floater from Kenny off the glass.
It's a clean move from White. Something we haven't seen as much as we did last year. It's that pump fake one dribble floater off the glass.
Irie Drew gets that one blocked. Met upstairs by Williams. Bring it across. Palm confident ball handling. Barnes is wide open for three. Bang!
27-point lead for the Knights. The three-point shooting has been a really big part extending this lead.
Walker. Pocketed with ease. 3-on-2 for the Knights. Styles finds Mundumba. He'll shoot a high arcing rainbow three that's short. Saved out of bounds by Cam Williams. Good hustle play from him. Don't usually see AJ pull up from long range. Might as well take a shot though.
Yeah, in a game like this, why not? Jameer Walker going to sub out for Amari Clark. I believe that's the first substitution of the half for the Padres.
And just played 7 deep so far. Actually, give an eighth to the guy that is enlisted on this roster, number 10. Now they'll send Ryan Doyle to check in as well. He's not played so far. Andua. Kenny, wide open three. Oh, almost fell through. Trying to get it to 30 there. Styles, he gets it to 30 with a fadeaway three.
Might see a heat check coming from senior guard. That's 3 straight three-pointers that he has made in this half, 3 for 3.
Clark, that's too long. Vacuumed up that time by Williams. Styles, do we see the heat check? Instead, not quite a slam, but behind the back he finishes. 32-point game.
Still looked nice. Looked easy as well. Maybe a
Here we go from
attempt
Barnes.
here.
Do we see it? Oh, couldn't get it to go. He wanted that one back. That one's blocked and out of bounds. We'll stay here.
Here's Ryan Doyle, 5'10" freshman. The only one listed on this, there are 2 freshmen listed on this Marcos de Niza roster, but he's the first one to check in tonight.
Doyle listed at 5'10". Might be a little generous. Barnes, left wing, just a drive-by, a good dish. Williams, good hand-eye coordination to catch and put it through.
This third quarter has been big for Knights team that was kind of toying with their opponent in that first half.
Clark tries the Euro step. Oh, man. Rebound goes to Marcos de Niza. Washington can't hit, goes out of bounds. It's up by 34 here.
Another starter back in for Marcos de Niza. Amari Clark back on the bench. He got about 45 seconds of run time there.
Barnes, nobody picking him up. He'll shoot. Can't hit though. Kenny White looking for another steal. Stewart. Trouble with it on that post. Bounces around, out to Drew. He's hit from 3. That's one of his, maybe his first miss. Now Stiles steps back, collects, eyeballs a 3 and splash.
Come on. Unreal third quarter from Stiles Phipps.
Set that trap, get it on the corner from Washington. He can't hit, good putback from Stewart. Knights with 76 points, not even through 3. Stiles, oh, here's the heat check.
Oh my goodness.
And he nailed it.
Best shooting performance from Phipps so far this season.
Corner 3, Myrie Drew, that guy or no. Knights almost break it out to a 40-point lead, 79 points through 3.
That's the St. Mary's team we know, can push leagues like that. I'm at a loss for words.
I mean, he pulled up from the M.
Yeah, it was almost, maybe in this fourth quarter he might have to pull up from LaMelo ball range at about half court. Got to keep extending as long as he keeps making them. And Coach Lopez smiling in that timeout. This is probably the best St. Mary's has felt all season.
That's one of their better quarters of the year, that's for sure.
Well, especially shooting from deep. I mean, not just Stiles Phipps. Colby Barnes, I believe, hit one as well. Kenny White rattled one home. Another one went in and out. But just overall, we've talked about it all season long. When this St. Mary's team is knocking down shots consistently from beyond the arc, I mean, they're really tough to beat.
Well, and the effort was consistent on both ends in that quarter.
Sure,
too.
I mean, how many turnovers did they force? Lots of fast break points as well, and Stiles Phipps, he actually pulled up for a decent amount of his threes in transition.
Should be a running clock here. That's the way. And immediately Kenny just muscles that one away from Jamal Garcia. White, Stiles, why not? That's back iron, no. Another chance though, Williams.
Beautiful pump fake.
Unbelievable.
40-point lead for the Knights.
Look at that pass. Drew. Put back for DJ Drew. Gets it to go. Stiles, nobody going to pick him up. Short. May have been tipped on the way. Back out to Stiles. One dribble. That one definitely was tipped, and he's fouled. That one committed by Myrie Drew, and he'll have 3 free throws coming. Clock will not stop.
Fourth personal foul, number 2, Myrie Drew, first team foul.
Now concern for player down on the floor.
He's the one who committed the foul.
That's Myrie Drew. He was laying down behind the arc there. Now he's on that elbow. Clock's still running, of course. Now that's the signal for St. Mary's to empty the bench.
And going to stop the clock actually because it's an injury timeout, which makes sense with an athletic trainer on the court to check Drew out. Have to hope that he's okay.
And that's the kind of collision where you see that and you want to get guys like Stiles Phipps and some of the other starters off the floor.
Yeah, a couple years ago when St. Mary's played at Moon Valley in their last regular season game before the playoffs, it got kind of dangerous late in the game. Yeah. An undercut happened on St. Mary's big man Jeremiah Cherry, and Coach Lopez was furious, rightfully so, because no one wants anyone to get hurt, especially when it's the last game before the postseason. It looks like that bench is going to get emptied. Alex Jonathan Lavario, number 4, and Joseph Lavario, number 5, both at the scorer's table, ready to check in, along with Ashton Muser. So Myrie Drew is up and walking on his own accord, which is good. Kind of holding his back. I think he just might have landed awkwardly after committing that foul on Stiles Phipps.
Right on that tailbone. 3 free throws coming here for Styles. Sure, and Alvario brothers will check in as Jonathan will wait for Styles to knock these free throws down to come in for him. That touches every bit of the rim and falls in. Oh, when you're hot, you're hot.
Yeah. The best shooters get that shooter's roll, and Phipps seemed to have gotten it on that free throw. Jonathan Lavario waiting to sub in for the shooter, Styles Phipps, and then it's going to be him and his brother, the two twins that are juniors, along with all 3 freshmen, set to close this game out over the last 6 minutes and 44 seconds, up with a 41-point lead.
Into the corner, back to Stewart on the post. Muser would battle with him, and he's going to be called for a foul here.
You already know Stewart is going to look to take it directly at Muser pretty much every single play since he's been defending him in this game.
Inbound to Washington. Marcos de Niza with 4 of their 5 starters on the floor. One of those guys is Walker. This is the mid-range jumper. Rebound is snagged by Joseph Lavario, and they head the other way. Barnes, free throw line. Hits that jumper. He's been very nice tonight.
He's just got a smooth game to him. Really good off the dribble as well, especially for a freshman.
TJ Drew, he's been solid tonight as well. Almost turns the ball over that time, though. Finds Walker. Pretty much missed everything but the backboard. Hondua, he's going to drive all the way. Tries to finish. Tipped by Stewart. Grabs the rebound as well. Now the Padres run the break. It's off the fingertips of Joseph Lavario and out of bounds. The bench starting to empty for Marcos de Niza as Doyle and Clark's check back in.
Surprisingly, they leave in their leading scorer, James Stewart, that is, 6'8" junior.
.45 and counting.
Stewart and Muser really fighting down there for position. It's good to get a freshman reps like that against a really good big such as Stewart.
Drew, offensive foul, moving screen. That'll be called on Aloric Washington, the sophomore. Knights lead by 43. Doubling up the Padres. Barnes to Muser. Easy lay-in, a little pick and roll.
Beautiful pass.
Oh, horn set for Drew. Almost walked into a 3 instead. It jumper from inside the lane. Now Barnes. Dish. Lavario to the other Lavario. Turns it over. And here comes Stewart. Joseph Lavario out to Barnes. Thinks about the 3. Finally puts it up. No good. Muser grabs the miss and gets the putback.
Good position on that offensive rebound from Muser. Had the smaller defender easily boxed out underneath.
TJ Drew. 1 of 2 starters still in the game for Marcos de Niza. Clark. Washington into the lane. Floater missed, and he taps it out of bounds, but I'm going to say it's off Muser.
Like to get either Joseph or Jonathan Lavario a shot attempt in these last 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Now it's Ondua with the steal, one-on-one. Gets fouled, he'll go to the free throw line. Another guy has checked in here for the Padres. He's wearing jersey number 32. It's also not listed on the roster. Foul called on Amari Clark, his first.
Back in is number 10, who we also do not have listed. He's going to sub in for DJ Drew. He had a really good game shooting-wise. Yeah. Cooled off a little bit in the second half, but he was a big reason as to why the Padres were even still sort of in the game at halftime.
Down 15.
Yeah.
Padres now trail by 47. Lots of ball movement here. Clark. Doyle straight away. Stewart still in there, working on Mooser. Gets that one to go. Physical play and goes into the fadeaway and creates some space. Minute 10 seconds. Mooser sets the screen into the corner. Lavario drives baseline. Looks for Jonathan. He's going to throw up a three. It's too long, out of bounds. And Padres basketball with a minute and 1 second left.
Mooser must think it's St. Mary's ball. He's going to have a laugh and run down the court.
Three from Clark, in and out. That'll goes out of bounds, and that'll stay here as well. Oh, never mind. I pointed the wrong way. Lavario. Too long. Padres ball.
Good job from Colby Barnes to set up his defender and the off-ball defender who was on Lavario to come help create that open look.
Stewart, one last post move, gets that one to go. He's had a pretty solid second half after quiet first. Barnes with 20 seconds left has an open three. He'll take it and he'll hit. One of the best games from him as well in this freshman campaign. Five seconds left. Padres looking for one more shot. Get it up. And that'll do it. Knights win this one going away. 46-point victory. 95-49 the final score, all in that second half. They just simply pulled away, and a great shooting second half, especially led by Styles Phipps.
The second half that we know St. Mary's is capable of. They finally showed it tonight against a region team that is currently ranked number 28 in the state. They beat Arcadia by 1 point last night. It's always interesting, though, to see what these region games do to St. Mary's power points as the season goes on, but all St. Mary's can do is win the games, and the computer will take care of the rest.
And the Knights will travel to that Arcadia team next Tuesday. That'll be the next game for St. Mary's. Knights win this one yet again, 95-49. They win their first two region games on a back-to-back. They'll continue on again next week, 2 games, Arcadia and at Seton Catholic, both games away from St. Mary's High School. Chris and I will have the call for those right here on We Are SM Hoops YouTube Live. Until then, good night.